Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This one we're going to be taking a look at the reworked Gunther Imperium. So showcase on him. Good news, this rework is pretty good. It's a multiply rework. I got two different ways of running it for you guys. We'll start off with the first one, go to the second one. 100% strap, Fury 3s. We're going to go against someone with 100% strap and Fury 3s. So yeah, let's kind of dive in against the rock here. Of course, Gunther also has, and this is worth noting, so he has a feud moment that adds plus 40 or multiply gems, so free sherry. So he will hit harder even in feud, which is good. And then they reworked his, or are reworking his tag link. I don't know if it's alive yet, or live yet. Let's see. Yeah, any color gems do 300% more damage. So I'll also take you guys and show you what that's going to look like. Because with that, it's really spicy with him and Kaiser in Showdown. So my cat is in front of my screen. So bear with me a second here as I move where my thing is at so I can see it. And here we go. So double power bomb. This is one of the rework. Deal 1.3 million damage, 16 random gems into multiply gems of strength 13. Then 1.25 mil and increase your red MP by 5. So that's a rework combo. Now, do keep in mind it's multiply and MP up, so you're going to have to watch out for two reversals. Half Nelson suplex. This is another of the reworks. Deal 852k damage and destroy 14 random multiply gems. It's also reversal, so that's a rework part. While being submitted, break the submission, deal 1.5 million damage, heal for 15 million. So there's that. Then you steal the opponent's turn. So he can't get subbed, which is very nice, right? And then entourage for this, we're going to run with Roxanne. That gives 4 green and 4 red. New Gen Live, that gives 2 green and 2 multiply. So we are up to the 7 green we need with our turn in Santa. 4, 2 green is 6, Santa 7, our turn's 8, 1 to spare. And then 4, our turn is 5, Santa is 6, so we are charged. And then Zombie Race, so we can choose 3 more green gems. All right, so let's take a look and see what this looks like. Move my screen again. So, with this one, you chuck your random gems, see where they go. And obviously we want to destroy green because that's his primary color. So what we do is put these on gems that are not green. Well, hopefully not making a 3-match, which I am great at doing. And definitely you want to get the loot box gems. So like that, I think is fine. It is. And now let's destroy 14 of those gems, most of them being green. You can see 50 million reduced to 40 with no plates. Okay. That's not bad, right? That's not bad. But there is better build if you have Tyler Breeze. And we're going to bring back a move that wasn't reworked. At least I don't think it was. Maybe they buffed the move damage on it a little bit. And the Thunderous Clap. So instead of the Destroy, we're going to use the Thunderous Clap, which increases the strength of all our multiply gems by 10. We're going to drop Santa. We're going to put Breeze in. Of course, Breeze, 2 green MP, 1 red. That gets us completely charged, so we don't need Santa. And then we can double down on Green Generate. And so now we're generating 12 with the Choose, which is quite nice. It's also much simpler to play, and you get bigger multiply gems, right? Only 1 landed on green, unfortunate, but they're going to be times 23. And these are all kind of clustered, which is nice. So there's that. You want to try and maximize, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Those all hit. Every one of those hits. Every one of those hits, right? You're trying to maximize your potential. We go here. We get that one as well, 1 for 1. 2 for 2 here, right? And there we miss one, but we still, you know, get a decent rip. And yeah, that's probably fine like that. We'll just do that. Get a cascade with the yellows, and you can see we're like 53 million reduced. Or like 56 million reduced. So pretty good, right? That's with no plates. That's pretty solid. Before we put plates on, let's go see that in a tag match with the 300% gem boost, because that should be fun. Against, you know, one of the premier tag teams of all time. Kind of fitting with the month. And Mr. Kaiser here. Where's is this the link button? That's class advantage wheel. Where's the link button? There's a way to see your link. Here we go. Perfect. Let's go with Kaiser and just get that 300% gem buff. Obviously, this guy doesn't have the big metal, so we're going to hit harder anyway, but you know. And more green gems on this board. So it's already looking significantly better. There. All of those count. That. Let's get that. Yeah, look at that. That's some good work there. Get the yellow cascade. Yeah. Yeah, 140 million. With no plates with the Imperium link. So that's definitely a thing. That link. I mean, nice when you can use it. Can't always count on it, but, you know, it's there. Right? It's definitely there. And now let's go back and let's put some plates on. Okay, so I think Will of Cargill makes sense, right? We're going to generate the multiply gems, and we're choosing green, so let's get that 100%. You could also use the Ministry plate, right? But Will of Cargill makes more sense since we're getting greens. We're definitely making 10 plus, increase our green gem damage. You could use Ministry plate, and if you don't have either of those, you could use Mercy the Buzzard Beak for 50% more. Primary plates, they've never really came out with a green option, which is kind of a bummer. So there's not really a lot you can do here. You could look to put like a gem chucker on, and if you break 3 blues, you know, maybe get a green match. It'll slow things down a little bit, but not a significant amount. So you could do something like that, or you could do something like shock the system where you're always breaking green gems, and chuck some yellow gems potentially, you know, but personally, I probably would just leave it be. And then wait for them to hopefully one day make a green multiply plate like we have most of the other colors. So. Also, you can run the trainers I did in the first. You can run these trainers with this build as well. These trainers are interchangeable depending what you have. You can run it either way. Runs exactly. It's loaded the same way, so. So here we have a really bad spread, right? Like nothing on greens. Like this is about as bad as you probably can do. At least the multiply gems are close together, but it's definitely not an ideal spread. And then you just start choosing kind of less good options. Let's go like that. Let's just see what happens. 58 million reduced, and look at how many I left on the board, right? So, but he's definitely significantly better than the other ones, and he can get some super hard pops when you do it right. I mean, you also potentially, you could set up row breaks and use like a Royal Rumble into the multiplies as well. Like, it's not outside the realm of possibility to do that kind of thing with this, right? You could just set up a bunch of row breaks because you're choosing so many. And 2 left. Can I make it count? I guess. 77 million reduced from 92, right? So much better rework. Will of cargo plate not necessarily in high demand at the moment, right? So yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Let's just let me mess around with it a little bit just for fun. Let's do no. Maybe I can make this work. We're choosing a lot of gems. 7 yellow is not that many to break. Let's just mess around a little bit. Why not? I like the rework. It's fun. We got 3 yellows right there. I think we can make this happen potentially, guys. Wild card should count 2. It's 3. 4. Let's see how this goes. Yeah. Nope, I was short on the yellow. Okay. That's gonna be difficult to make work, so I think I would just use like a green Royal Rumble instead if you're gonna try and do that and do the row breaks. We'll just leave the May Crown on because it shouldn't proc. It would be fine if it did. So what about with this? Here we go. Now 30 gems shouldn't be too hard to break. So much going on. Actually, that's row breaking there. Let's do it. Yeah, let's just. I mean, that works. We also got the Maze Crown to go off, which you will sometimes, so obviously that hits hard. So you can do that too, right? Depending what you want to do with plates. There's this, you can just do a lot once you're choosing with this many gems. Kind of whatever you feel like, right? I would be inclined to use the Will of Cargo plate and just connect the dots sort of thing. Let it go where it goes. This one you're not really worried about the multiply gems so much as you're worried about creating chaos, breaking a bunch of gems, like, you know, row break, row break, row break, row break, and if we can avoid, that probably does it. Then we get the Maze Crown on top of it. Why not? I mean, so yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different ways you can play this, depending on how you want. If you want to use Gunther, I mean, so Gunther's awesome, right? So it like real life wrestling. So if you're a big Gunther mark and you don't have Showboat Gunther or something, like this is definitely a solid rework, right? I'm good with it. Plus in Feud, the fact that your multiply gems are 4 bigger, essentially, right? It's a free sherry, so you're doing all of this and this moveset too. Like, here, let's try and simulate Sherry. We won't be choosing as much, so I don't know if I can get them to go off. But the plates, but just kind of here. I don't know if I'll get the rumbles to go off, but I'll see what I can do. If I make enough wild cards, we're bound to strike it rich somewhere, right? Like that. No, I shorted it. See, it's too hard to show, like, to get 30. But the Imperium moment for multiply will add quite nicely. So anyway, that's your rework Gunther showcase. Like I said, the either trainers would work depending on what you have available, right? You could use this. I prefer this, right, with the more choosing. But you could do the more choosing with this build set too. If you want to destroy 14, it's probably not as good though, to be honest. If you have the more choosing, definitely this way. And this is just, you know, whichever way if you like better, if you want the reversal, just kind of to show off that it's in there. So let me know what you think in the comments. I think it's a great rework this month. No issues with it whatsoever. The A tier is really solid. Woods is pretty good. So it's shaping up to be a pretty solid month so far. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys, and good luck out there. Oh yeah, you should also like, subscribe, and share, you know, because that helps. You know. And then do that thing Bacchus did. I don't know what it was. He sent me a screenshot. What even is that, Bacchus? But I appreciate whatever it was you did, even if I don't know.